Okay, so the most recent Devstream just happened. Devstream 190. And it was a Halloween Devstream. Okay, so we got some treats in the form of stuff we can expect from the next update, the old piece. But before that, we did get some other stuff. So I guess I'll go over what's called housekeeping of sorts. So, first of all, they mentioned that the new Nightwave is here, Dream of the Dead, Dreams of the Dead, which is, basically a Halloween themed night wave, which I think is pretty cool. They also mentioned that the quest to conquer cancer has ended. The actual event to raise money has ended. They calculated everything based on the amount of people that bought the Stalker floof from the in-game market, people who bought the special Quest to Conquer Cancer stuff from the store, and people that donated. Altogether, the community as a whole raised $312,400 for the charity. So I actually am very happy about that. We unlocked all the rewards, of course, as well. But the most important bit is that the community was able to come together and actually, every little bit helps and whatnot. So that's always good. Speaking of unlocking all the rewards, which I have a video covering most of them, but we did unlock the Bruna Deluxe concept. But they did it one better. They gave us a concept of the Bruna Deluxe colored as well. So, yes, that is brilliant. But we are still on housekeeping. Okay. So they also mentioned that next month is Movember, Mustache November, in case you new to Warframe or don't know. And they're letting us not only temporarily getting a mustache in game, but also they're letting us put a temporary mustache on our Lassette. So that's pretty cool. You're seeing that right now on screen, presumably. And then the final two bits of housekeeping is that TennoCon 2026 is July 10th and 11th. And then we have the Gyre Prime key art you're seeing on screen right now. Yes, Gyre Prime is the next Prime, okay? But one more thing about that, like I said, this is just the housekeeping. Android closed beta, okay, is coming sometime next year, I think. It said that they are ready to launch the closed beta sometime next month, maybe. They're apparently having a little bit issue with some Android devices because apparently the Pixel devices use a different system for the GPU equivalent, and they also got to work around a few things because for those of you guys that don't know, just like a little mobile lesson and whatever, the iPhones tend to, they're iPhones. They're all the same, basically. I mean, you might have an iPhone 12, iPhone 14, iPhone 16, but for the most part, they all run the same iOS thing. Well, with Android phones, it's a little bit different because of the fact that there's a lot of different Android phones out there, which is good for variety, but it also means different Android phones have different specs and whatnot. I get the technical term is Android fragmentation. I don't know how many of you got. I'm just the messenger, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I know some of you guys don't like the term Android fragmentation because it gets bad connotation, bad representation, I guess would be the more accurate word. But I don't think it's bad to have variety, but that's what's holding it up a little bit. Hopefully with the closed beta, they will get to figure out quite a bit of things so it can get running on Android. And I went off on a big thing with that. So let's bring it back in. Okay. So we got a look at like say it's not sanctuary, but it's sanctuary equivalent. Oddly enough, you go to the sanctum to get to it. It's basically another let's say another world, another time, another parallel world type thing, but it's a 99. Just yeah. Okay. Anyway, you should be seeing it on screen right now. It's pretty cool. It's where we meet. It's where we meet the new proto frames, which we can date, by the way. And apparently we can date them while still dating the ones in another parallel world. These specifically said, don't worry, it's not cheating. They're across different worlds. They're in the parallel worlds, different realities, and all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be interesting. So yeah, that's interesting with that. The old piece. We actually didn't get too much about the old piece. So I kind of started with housekeeping, but then rolled into everything else. And basically, we are getting an operator and drifter upgrade in looks. We are also, which I don't have any actual gameplay for this because they mentioned that they would talk about it in a future dev stream, that we are getting a focus expansion. So that's pretty cool. Apparently each focus is getting like an ultimate type thing, which I think is pretty cool. They did mention some unfortunate news, which is wall running will be coming in 2026, sometime next year, not right away. So, but in the meantime, they have this, I think it's called Descendia. I'm not sure. It's a new game mode. Picture it like a tower climbing mode, but instead of climbing the tower, you're going like to the bottom of the tower type thing. You fight enemies, clear challenges, and what have you to get to the next floor. Apparently, there's a checkpoint every 7 floors or so, so that's pretty cool there. And yeah, they joked a little bit about raids, so I don't know if they are actually coming out with raids or not in the future. And here is a Prex card. Yeah, here is a Prex card. This is the new Warframe's Prex card, the Devil Frame, which his first ability is, I have it in the notes here, okay. His first ability is basically like you spin into like a fire spin tornado type thing mode when you bullet jump, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, I almost forgot. one more thing. We're getting titles. Yeah, apparently we're getting titles, so I guess we can equip different titles and whatnot, which I think is interesting for Warframe. Warframe is evolving quite a bit, quite a bit. I feel like one day I'm going to start streaming and people are going to be like, wait, is this Warframe? What game is this? I feel like I had that briefly with the Divide Paradox, but I feel like it's going to be even more. But yeah, I digress. I think that's all I have for you guys this time around. And yeah, with that said, let me know what you guys thought or of the other information I gave on the Devstream itself. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.